So today we got something special. I'm traveling, and I decided this would be a good time to do a review and try out the new G86, aka BRZ, 2022-2023. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive it, and I'm gonna tell you about it, bring my thoughts, and compare it to some vehicles that I'm familiar with. Right off the bat, I notice the transmission's good, the manual is good, crispy, clutch feels good. You know, the power actually feels pretty meaty. I don't know what these come with, but I would say it feels like more than adequate. The torque is good on the low end, but there is an issue with the buffeting. It's got the same window issue that the Supra has, where if you have the windows down and you're going at speed, it is annoying. Yes, I figured I'd do a little different since I don't have my mount or a stand with me. So I'll just sit and talk. So far I've had about a total of, I'd say about 50 miles. Yeah, about 50 miles in the car so far. Highway driving, rough roads, different terrain, those type of things. I'd say it's pretty comparable power-wise to maybe like an S2000. Honestly, I keep going back to S2000. They just made such a great car, 23 years ago, and they're still trying to recreate the formula. Yeah, it feels light, it feels nimble. The suspension is really good out the box. As far as control of chassis control and oversteer and at the limit, I did do some sliding to test that. Even with the Super Sports, it came out the factory with 215s in the back, which is really skinny. Even though the Super Sports are really good grip, it doesn't want to let go, and then it lets go. Not quite as controllable as the previous generation, maybe just due to better tires, but it is absolutely controllable, and it will do what you want to do if you really chuck it or nail down the throttle. Yeah, so the vent's really cool. I think this is a nice touch. I like these type of vents. It feels good. Everything looks great. The gauge, I just turned the lights on. That has automatic lights, obviously, but the gauge looks cool. It's digital. They tried to make it feel like a rev counter with a speedometer in the middle, which is great. It's Porsche-esque, or previous BRZ-esque, I guess. You got this infotainment system. I'll be honest, the stereo doesn't sound great. It's lacking a lot of bottom end. It comes with Apple CarPlay, radio, some stuff like that, but there's not a lot of options. Now, as far as performance and driver focus, they built that in where you can go through your menus here. That is the horsepower and torque chart that goes as you drive. This is cornering and braking G's, accelerating G's, and then you've got like your actual G-force reader. You have a lap stopwatch. So they built that in. There's some options here to turn on safety features. You got what you're listening to or your Bluetooth, and then this is just like units, settings, warnings, those type of things. It's not, overly nice, but it's something, and the font's not offensive. You can see the seats are not what I would call passenger friendly. Can't really get it open. So I'm 5'6". From where I'm sitting, you can kind of see not a whole lot of leg room down there. Yeah. I don't think I could sit behind myself. No, I know I can't sit behind myself, which makes me wonder, did the last car have more space in it? It just feels like it did. This feels like a great package, really tiny. It feels like a two-seater, to be honest, like almost like a 911 as far as size on the inside. Glove box storage, not terrible. The trunk space, I can tell you right now. I want to just take you around. This is a different type of review, right? So let's Push the button there. It pops up there. It has little displays of your car as you open the door. Oh, it's alright if it's your thing. Yeah, so there you go. The trunk space, not the most, but hey, I can live with that. I mean, it's kind of slim side to side, but it's alright deep, and I think, is there an option? I think there should be. Maybe from the inside. Oh, there's little latches here. So I'm guessing you could probably put the seats down underneath if you want to slide some golf clubs in there or something. It's not the most amount of space, but it's not awful. The materials, I mean, for a new car, it's nice. So you get that new car feel and smell. But some of the materials is really plasticky, the dash and the doors. They did put pieces of Alcantara, like here, which is nice. And then on the console there, you got little touches, and then the deviated stitching. I don't know if you can see. So they did a good job with that, I guess. And to consider 2023 that they can offer the price that they can offer, you can see why. On the topic of storage, here you go. You've got your cup holders. 2 little cup holders, your plug. This is where your Apple CarPlay will work. So what happens is you stick your phone, stick a cord in here, and then that cord goes to your phone and Apple CarPlay will connect. This is kind of cool. It's just AC, temperature, your mode, which you change down here, and this is a temperature for the dual climate. And I guess these are all AC related, all this. So in a Porsche, this stuff would be like performance buttons. I don't know that I like it like this. I kind of want to, I kind of want to have a sport button or whatever that I can push to feel like I'm doing something. Whereas they put it down here, which when you push the track button, it goes into this kind of cool track setup. Now I can see all my temperatures and lap time and everything. This is very S2000-ish, so when I say it's comparable to an S2000, you can see why if you've ever driven the AP2 or the AP1. They have the digital dash, and this is that. This is absolutely that. Yeah, man, I would buy this car, absolutely. The only thing it doesn't have going for it is the red line is, what, 7,500 RPM. But to be honest with you, if an S2000 is going to run you, 20, 25, 30 grand for a decent mileage, 70,000 mile, 90,000 mile example, you can go out and get one of these brand new. This is the new, I'm not going to say S2000, but this is the new driver's car, man. I can see this being the substitute for an S2000. The only thing you don't have going for it is no convertible top. Toyota, shout out to you if you do a convertible top. That's it. That's all she wrote. But yeah, I mean, the luxuries are there. It's a modernized Japanese sports car. It's not heavy. It's very tossable. It feels very light. And it revs naturally aspirated. It revs very easy, and the power is good. This is definitely a good alternative for an S2000 if you're looking at picking up a S2000 or an old GR86 or a 350Z, G35. I would definitely get this over any of those, G35, G37. It's not a lot I would buy over this, to be honest with you, if I'm looking for a Japanese sports car manual. Except for the only reason you do it is for luxury or for convertible, to be honest with you. So one thing I will say, older people, younger people, a lot of people ask about this car. It's been 2 days. I've been asked 2-3 times consistently what it is. I like your car. It's just not common right now, maybe, but overall, it's a really good looking car. There's no doubt about that. It drives really well. It feels well built as of right now. Things that I don't like, I'll just throw it in there. The seatbelt alarm. Oh my God, it's terrible. You can't do anything if you don't put the seatbelt on and you start moving. It's gonna beep you to death. And there's just little naggles and things like that, safety features that they put in it that can be annoying, I guess. That's just how it goes with new cars, I guess. But yeah, you get the modern convenience, comfort access. You just touch the door handles, push to start, Apple CarPlay, infotainment. It comes with everything. even the Supra and the new Z are so heavily priced. It's almost double the price of this car, and I can't see why. I guess you get the turbo, and then maybe you're gonna lose 2 seats. You get the turbo, you get a little more of an engine. I mean, the only difference with this and S2000 is the convertible, maybe the reliability. It's got the prestige from the movie industry or whatever right now in the S2000. It's more of a collector's car because it's been out longer. But this is probably going to age very well. This will scratch that itch. You know what I mean? So get out there, drive it, test drive one. If you haven't driven one and you're thinking you're in the market for a car, you want a manual, light sports car, Japanese car, get out there, take a look at this. This is a pretty good package. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm even thinking about picking one up myself. So what are you gonna say?